Long before the word energy gained its modern scientific tone, seekers whispered about life force, that luminous thread running through all things. The corpus hermeticum, often dismissed as mystic philosophy, was in fact a blueprint for conscious creation. Within its veiled verses, the Hermetists described the engineering of reality through thought, vibration, and divine intention. They believed that every human carried a spark of the divine light, capable of shaping both inner and outer worlds. This wasn't about religion, it was about the mechanics of being. To the adepts, the body was an instrument, the field of consciousness its current, and the mind the grand architect. Through disciplined focus and emotion, they could direct vital force as a sculptor molds clay. The manuscript served not as theory, but as instruction, a call to awaken the hidden operator within. Imagine sitting under candlelight, tracing those Latin lines by hand, realizing they weren't metaphors but manuals. Each phrase carried frequencies meant to activate your perception. Even now, when read aloud, the words vibrate through your nervous system, subtly tuning your awareness. The Hermetists weren't writing history, they were leaving a map home. Every thought radiates, tiny waves expanding through the energy field like ripples on still water. This is the essence of Hermetic practice. Your focus determines your frequency. When attention is clear and emotion coherent, reality begins to rearrange itself around that signal. It's not metaphorical. It's literal energetics. Emotion acts as voltage, thought as current, and together they shape your experience. You've felt this before, those moments when you were so certain of something that the world simply aligned to it. That's engineering reality through intention. When your emotional tone matches your desired outcome, the universe responds in kind. The field isn't judging, it's mirroring your state. Think fear, you'll sense constriction. Think possibility, and the field expands like breath after rain. Try this simple test. Choose one feeling, say gratitude. For 60 seconds, focus on it fully. Notice how your thought radiation shifts. The air grows softer, synchronicities appear faster, people react differently. Hermeticism didn't invent this law, it merely decoded it. The field is listening to every flicker of your focus, to every pulse of your heart. In Hermetic tradition, the human is a microcosm, a miniature reflection of the grand cosmos. Every thought, emotion, and breath sends ripples through the invisible web of existence. When your inner state falls into coherence, the external world responds with resonance, like strings vibrating in tune. This is why alignment isn't abstract spirituality, it's energetic physics. Think of it as tuning a radio. If your signal is static, doubt, anxiety, disconnection, you won't catch the music of life. But when you harmonize your inner rhythm through awareness and intention, everything starts to click. Opportunities, relationships, and insights flow naturally, without force. That's what the ancients meant when they said, "As within, so without." Real-world example? Look at leaders or creators who seem lucky. It's rarely luck, it's alignment. Their energy field coherent enough to magnetize matching outcomes. The result is merely feedback. The more you refine the inner frequency, the clearer the reflection. Reality, after all, is just a mirror polished by your vibration. At first, perceiving energy feels like imagination, but stay still long enough and the subtle perception becomes unmistakable. That sudden cold down your spine before entering a charged room, the tension in the air when someone hides anger behind a smile, or the warmth of confidence radiating from a person grounded in peace? That's your nervous system acting as an antenna, a bridge between the visible and the invisible. To develop this sensitivity, one must learn to listen beyond words. Pay attention to the air between people, to the feeling behind spaces. The energy field speaks in sensations, tingles, heaviness, lightness. By naming them, you start decoding the language of vibration. It's how healers sense imbalance and how empaths navigate unseen currents. A practical tip: next time you walk into a cafe, pause at the entrance. Close your eyes, breathe once, and notice. Does the air feel open or dense? That's your field syncing with the environment. Over time, this awareness sharpens until energy becomes as tangible as temperature. You stop reacting and start reading reality. In ancient texts, the word spiritus meant both breath and spirit, a reminder that the invisible flow of air is the thread connecting flesh, feeling, and frequency. Conscious breathing is the doorway through which vital force enters the system. The Hermetic practitioners treated every inhale as invocation, every exhale as release, shaping their internal field like wind carving dunes. When your breath is shallow, your energy field dulls. When it's rhythmic, you awaken the current. Try it now. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 2, exhale through your mouth for 6. Feel how your heartbeat slows, how tension unwinds from your chest. That's not relaxation, it's calibration. Each breath reprograms your emotional state, aligning your energy with clarity. Through conscious breathing, the body becomes a conductor, not a cage. Over time, this practice becomes automatic. You'll notice emotions moving through you without sticking. Breath becomes dialogue, energy, response. The ancients weren't merely meditating, they were engineering coherence. So before invoking light or visualizing anything grand, remember, power begins in the lungs, in the silent rhythm between inhale and exhale. Hermetic philosophy viewed the human as a threefold mechanism: body, soul, and spirit. The body is the vessel, dense, sensory, and beautifully imperfect. The soul is the conductor, translating emotion into motion, desire into direction. And the divine spark is pure potential, the eternal current from the source. When all three operate in harmony, energy flows effortlessly, manifesting purpose through action. Picture it like an electric circuit. The body is the wire, the soul the current, and the spark the generator. If the wire is frayed, neglect, poor rest, toxic thoughts, the current weakens. But when you honor the vessel, refine the conductor, and reconnect with the source, you become a channel of pure, stable power. That's the foundation of true Hermetic mastery. Daily life offers countless chances to balance this triad. Eat foods that raise vibration, read words that nourish the mind, spend time in silence so your soul can breathe. Remember, energy isn't summoned, it's revealed when blockages dissolve. The wiser you become, the clearer the current. Before a mirror can reflect light, its surface must be clean. Likewise, your energy field can't project truth if it's clouded by confusion or emotional noise. The Hermetists practiced purification not as ritual dogma, but as energetic hygiene, clearing the clutter of thoughts, dissolving distortions, and returning to quietude. Clarity of mind refines the signal, emotional balance stabilizes the frequency. Modern chaos, scrolling, deadlines, drama, pollutes this field like dust on glass. But through practices of reflection, journaling, or silent walks, you polish the inner mirror. The result is coherence. When your thoughts and emotions no longer conflict, you radiate integrity. Others feel it as calm confidence, the unmistakable glow of someone aligned with their essence. So, think of purification as tuning your inner instrument. Every act of forgiveness, Every moment of mindfulness, every choice towards stillness, these are your daily energetic refinements. The cleaner your internal field, the more clearly the divine current can pass through. Energy isn't accumulated, it's unlocked through coherence. The Hermetic axiom says it all. Energy follows attention. Wherever your focus goes, your energy field flows. It's an ancient truth wrapped in simple physics. The observer always influences the observed. So if your attention is scattered, so is your energy. If it's centered, your field becomes magnetic, pulling order from chaos. Focus, then, is not willpower, it's architecture. Think about it. When you dwell on problems, they expand. When you center on gratitude, opportunities multiply. The mind is a projector, not a recorder. By deliberately aiming your intention toward what you wish to experience, you're literally molding the energetic experience around you. Conscious focus is the master tool of reality engineering. A simple exercise. Each morning, choose one intention. Write it, speak it, breathe it. Then watch how the day reorganizes to mirror your clarity. Attention isn't passive observation, it's active creation. Once you understand this, you stop chasing outcomes and start designing them. And that's where real power begins to take form. The hands are extensions of the energy field, natural emitters of vital force. Hermetic practitioners often began by rubbing their palms together, simple but profoundly effective. Within seconds, warmth builds, followed by a faint tingling. That's bioelectric energy awakening, responding to conscious intention. As you separate your hands, imagine a soft ball of light forming between them, your first energy sphere. Play with it. Expand the space between your palms and feel resistance, like pushing against invisible air. Compress it, and the pressure grows denser. Rotate it, and you'll sense a subtle spin, as if your own magnetic field were swirling. This isn't fantasy. It's your nervous system tuning into subtle frequencies that have always been there. The ancients used this tactile visualization to train sensitivity before working with larger currents. Repeat this daily for a few minutes. Over time, your hands become diagnostic tools. You'll feel warmth near vitality, cold near blockage. The tactile visualization becomes a language between consciousness and field. Soon, you'll realize your body isn't generating energy, it's orchestrating it, shaping it like a sculptor of invisible clay. Before filling your space with new light, clear what no longer serves. Every Hermetic lineage emphasized energetic cleansing as foundational practice. Just as one showers the body, the energy field needs its own hygiene. A few deep breaths of release, a gentle manual sweep from head to feet, can disperse stagnant energy instantly. Add water, and purification multiplies, because water, in both science and spirit, holds memory. Salt amplifies the process. A handful of coarse salt in bathwater draws density from the field, leaving you lighter and more present. Herbs like rosemary or lavender raise frequency, infusing the aura with clarity and calm. You don't need elaborate rituals, just intention. The moment you decide to cleanse, energy begins to reorganize. Try this at the end of a heavy day. As you wash, imagine the water carrying away static thoughts and emotional residue. Feel how your mind clears, how your breath deepens. This is more than symbolism. It's biophysical reset. The Hermetists understood that cleanliness wasn't moral, it was magnetic alignment. Before diving into the chaos of the world, the wise create a boundary. Energetic shielding isn't about fear, it's about sovereignty. Imagine a luminous sphere of light surrounding your body, shimmering in hues of gold, blue, or white. Each color holds a vibration. Gold for divine intelligence, blue for truth and stability, white for purification. This visualization instructs your energy field to organize itself, forming a coherent membrane between you and external noise. You'll feel it as warmth, calm, or subtle tingling. Whenever tension arises, reinforce the image, breathe it brighter. The sphere doesn't block life, it filters distortion. Just as a cell membrane protects without isolating, your energy field learns discernment. You choose what enters, what stays, what leaves. Over time, this practice becomes instinctive. Walk into crowded spaces, hold your boundaries steady, and observe. People's moods won't stick. That's not imagination. It's physics of consciousness. In Hermetic work, protection equals clarity, not separation. It's the art of staying radiant amid static. Energy without grounding is like lightning with nowhere to go. Brilliant, but dangerous. Grounding anchors the current, allowing excess charge to flow safely into the earth. The ancients knew this. They walked barefoot, touched trees, sat on soil. The earth isn't passive. It's a vast energy field that rebalances your frequency through electromagnetic exchange. Try this. Step onto grass or sand, barefoot, and breathe slowly. Visualize tension flowing down through your feet as golden roots sink deep into the ground. Within minutes, your heartbeat synchronizes with the earth's rhythm. Steady, calm, real. You'll feel heaviness dissolve, thoughts clear, emotions stabilize. Grounding isn't just for mystics, it's essential biology. It discharges anxiety, balances the nervous system, and keeps your vital force in harmonic flow. Without it, even light can overload you. With it, energy becomes usable power. The secret? You're not separate from the earth. You are earth, remembering itself. The alchemists never turned lead into gold outside the body. They did it inside. Transmutation is the hermetic art of turning emotional density into radiant power. When you feel fear, tension, or grief, don't suppress it. Instead, focus your attention on the solar plexus, the energetic forge. Visualize a golden flame or violet fire there, breathing into it slowly. As you exhale, imagine the heaviness burning, transforming into clear light, strength, and calm. Sound accelerates this shift. Hum softly. The M vibration resonates with the solar plexus, stirring the energy into motion. Pain begins to pulse, then dissolve, replaced by warmth and resolve. This is transmutation, alchemy of the psyche. You're teaching your energy field to recycle low frequency into vitality, just as nature composts decay into growth. Practice it often, especially during emotional storms. You'll start craving discomfort, knowing it hides potential. What others call darkness, Hermetists recognize as raw material. And once you learn to burn fear into focus, no shadow can hold you hostage again. The alchemists never worshipped objects. They used them as mirrors. Crystals, symbols, and sacred geometry aren't sources of energy, they're amplifiers, reflectors of your intention. Quartz magnifies clarity, amethyst purifies thought, obsidian absorbs distortion. But their true power depends entirely on the consciousness using them. A clear mind charges a stone. A chaotic one only scatters vibration. Before working with a crystal, cleansing. Water, smoke, or moonlight will do. Then hold it between your palms and state your intention aloud. Feel the resonance. The energy field of the stone synchronizes with yours, anchoring your will into form. The same applies to symbols like the flower of life or the triskelion. Each geometry encodes universal harmonics that stabilize focus. Remember, these tools don't do the work for you. They remind you of the work. They externalize what already exists within. The Hermetist doesn't depend on symbols, he dialogues with them. In truth, every crystal, every sigil, is a reflection of the architect behind it, you. Energy loves motion. Stagnation breeds confusion. Flow restores intelligence. The Hermetic path embraces conscious movement. Disciplines like Tai Chi, Qigong, and yoga that circulate vital force through the body's energetic highways. Each slow gesture becomes meditation in motion, each breath a pulse of cosmic rhythm. As the microcosmic orbit opens, energy cycles through spine, heart, and mind, uniting the fragments of self. Try it. Stand still, inhale deeply, and begin slow circular movements with your arms, like drawing infinity symbols in the air. Feel warmth spiraling up your spine, clarity rising behind your eyes. This is energetic hydraulics, the art of keeping your internal river clean and moving. The more freely energy circulates, the less resistance life offers. Movement transforms theory into embodiment. It teaches presence through rhythm, focus through motion. You stop thinking energy and start being energy. The Hermetists called this living geometry, a dance where each gesture writes harmony into the invisible. Every thought you repeat with emotion becomes a blueprint in the energy field. The mind sends the signal, the heart powers it, repetition prints it into reality. This is why mental patterns are destiny. The universe doesn't respond to wishes, it responds to consistent frequency. Think abundance with conviction, and your field magnetizes matching outcomes. Think doubt, and you broadcast static.
To rewire your energetic climate, choose your mental scripts deliberately. Affirmations are more than words, they're tuning forks. Speak them with feeling, not routine. I radiate clarity. I move with purpose. Say it until your body believes it. Over time, those vibrations crystallize, forming the weather around your life, sunny or stormy, depending on your inner broadcast. So treat every thought as architecture. Build consciously, demolish wisely. The Hermetist becomes both architect and gardener, planting statements that grow into experiences. Reality, in this view, isn't punishment or reward, it's echo. And the echo always matches the song you sing most often. Everything in existence hums. Stones, stars, thoughts, all are ripples of vibration in an infinite ocean of movement. The Hermetists taught that what appears solid is only rhythm slowed down. What seems invisible is simply frequency beyond the senses. When you learn to hold a steady coherence, reality begins to pulse in sync with you. Your energy field acts as a tuning fork, attracting experiences of matching wavelength. It's not superstition, it's resonance physics written in ancient ink. Every emotion is a frequency, a signature wave in the sea of being. Anger contracts, joy expands, fear scatters, love unifies. These are not metaphors, they are measurable energetic patterns. When your emotional climate remains turbulent, your external life mirrors that chaos. But when you cultivate a stable frequency, the outer world calms to your rhythm. This is why spiritual masters radiate peace even in storms. Their internal vibration refuses to be hijacked. To master vibration, start with awareness. Notice the tone of your thoughts, the feel of your inner dialogue. Is it sharp or smooth, heavy or light? That subtle emotional hum is what the universe reads. Through conscious breathing, music, movement, or silence, you can retune yourself deliberately. You become composer instead of noise generator, conductor instead of passenger. The beauty of this law is its neutrality. It doesn't punish or reward. It reflects. Reality is a mirror, not a judge. When you emit frustration, it returns situations that echo frustration. When you emit gratitude, it sends circumstances to sustain gratitude. The feedback is instant and exact. No deity needs to intervene. The equation balances itself. Try experimenting for a week. Spend each morning choosing a frequency, calm, joy, curiosity, and hold it for as long as you can. Observe how people respond, how synchronicities multiply. You'll realize that vibration isn't something you manipulate, it's something you remember to maintain. Life rearranges around your chosen tone. The ultimate Hermetic insight: you are not in vibration, you are vibration. Every word, every breath, every thought is a wave in the field. Mastering vibration is not chasing bliss, it's learning to hum in harmony with creation itself. The universe has no need to lecture, it reflects. Everything you experience is feedback from your own energy field, like an echo bouncing through infinite corridors. The Hermetic phrase, "as within, so without," wasn't poetic, it was diagnostic. When your inner world shifts, your outer landscape must follow. The mirror cannot lie. It simply projects what stands before it. Look closely at your life. The people who frustrate you, the patterns that repeat, the opportunities that vanish. These are not curses. They're mirrors asking, what frequency are you broadcasting? Each moment offers a chance to adjust your internal focus, your emotional coherence, your energetic posture. The world bends to match your stance. When you resist your reflection, you freeze evolution. But when you embrace it, even the uncomfortable parts, you reclaim authorship. Suppose you meet constant criticism. Instead of defending, observe, where do I still criticize myself? That single act of honesty can shift your energy field faster than hours of meditation. The mirror updates instantly when the observer does. In this feedback loop, neutrality becomes power. Don't label experiences as good or bad, label them as data. The mirror of reality offers constant calibration. Feel tension? You're out of tune. Feel expansion? You're aligned. Simple, mechanical, liberating. Life stops being moral drama and becomes a self-adjusting instrument. The Hermetists saw reality as a classroom of resonance. Every event, from heartbreak to triumph, was curriculum, feedback teaching vibration. The wives stopped blaming the mirror and began polishing themselves. Over time, the reflections softened, brightened, multiplied into harmony. You don't fix the mirror by breaking it. You change the face it reflects. So next time reality bites, smile at it, thank the feedback, then shift your state. Watch the mirror ripple like liquid glass, forming new shapes before your eyes. This is not magic. This is energetic literacy. The field always speaks your frequency back to you. The question is, do you like the song you're hearing? Power isn't in force, it's in focus. The disciplined Hermetist trains the mind like a blade and the heart like flame. Together, they cut through noise and illuminate matter. When focused intention meets coherent emotion, the energy field stabilizes into pattern, and pattern solidifies into event. Every result in your life, wanted or not, is the echo of this formula at work. Most people live in contradiction, desiring one thing, feeling another. I want peace, they say, while vibrating with fear. I want success, they whisper, while emanating doubt. The field doesn't hear words. It reads coherence. Your will and emotion must move in the same direction, or energy cancels itself out like opposing waves. The secret isn't working harder, it's aligning deeper. Start small. Before any decision, pause and check your signal. Is my intention clear? My emotion aligned? If not, don't act yet. Adjust first. Through this discipline, you begin to operate like a transmitter of precision, broadcasting reality by design, not accident. The difference between chaos and magic is focus. This inner discipline requires humility. There will be days when your frequency wobbles, when fear scrambles your alignment. That's fine. Awareness is 80% of mastery. Each time you recalibrate, you strengthen your energetic muscle. You learn to hold coherence longer, until reality has no choice but to mirror it back. The masters of Hermeticism practiced this not once, but constantly. They treated the inner state as sacred ground, tending it like monks tend gardens. Their power wasn't in rituals, it was in consistency. Daily, hourly, they refined their signal, knowing the result outside depended entirely on the discipline within. And in time, they discovered something profound. Once coherence becomes a habit, effort disappears. Life flows smoother. Outcomes unfold naturally. Coincidences multiply. The disciplined state doesn't fight for results. It radiates them. That's the highest art. Quiet will, focused heart, stable field. In the end, Hermetic wisdom reduces to a simple choice. Will you transmit by design or by default? Every human is a transmitter, a living antenna broadcasting thoughts and feelings into the fabric of space. Most do it unconsciously, flooding the field with mixed signals. But the initiate, the awakened creator, learns to transmit intentionally, planting precise seeds in the field through repetition and ritual. Broadcasting by design begins with clarity. What are you radiating each morning? Confusion or direction? Before touching a screen or speaking a word, pause. Feel your vibration, your inner temperature. Then choose, literally choose the frequency you'll project today. This simple act changes the entire day's geometry. The energy field rearranges to support your signal.
Over time, deliberate broadcasting becomes second nature. Words align with thoughts, thoughts align with heart, heart aligns with will. The field hums with symmetry. That's when manifestation feels instantaneous, not forced. You've stopped asking the universe, you've become the answer it's waiting for. True intentional design is living architecture, consciousness crafting itself. Of course, accidents still happen. Storms of emotion, static from others, chaos of the collective. But now you know the tools: breath to center, grounding to discharge, light to protect, silence to retune. The Hermetist doesn't avoid turbulence. They fly through them like a seasoned pilot, adjusting instruments mid-air, steady in their inner cockpit. In this mastery, even small actions gain sacred weight. A sip of water becomes ritual, a conversation becomes spellwork, a breath becomes creation. Because now you understand, energy is listening. Every thought plants, every emotion waters, every repetition blooms. The field never forgets your tone. So stand tall in your light, aware of what you're transmitting. You are the sender, the signal, and the receiver all at once. The universe is not testing you, it's echoing you. Design your broadcast with love, and reality will sing it back in harmony.